DL is. It's very famous brand in Korea, and I heard that there are a lot of the rosehip brands that are famous in abroad, but VDL is not that famous in abroad, but still has a great product, and price point is really good, and product quality is just on point like a high-end product. So today I'm bringing you this foundation. It's Perfecting Last foundation, and I have two shades, which is more of a pink shade, and this shade is more of a ivory and neutral, and more of a suitable for warm tones. So today I am first talking about the package. I think it's glass, and it has a pump, which is always a plus point for me. If the foundation doesn't really have a pump, I think it's just not good for foundation. Like, how do you control what it comes out of? So let's pump. And I want to show the color difference between A color and the V color. This is a A color, which is more of a pink shade, and this is the V color. Can you see the difference? Let me rub it for you. And as you see, it doesn't really run down. It's more of a thick consistency, so more suitable for, I guess, like lasting, and the texture is more thick, so more suitable for covering up your complexion. And if you have a pink color going on of your head and redness, you can just cover it easily with this foundation. So can you see the color difference? Like pinkish A, more of a warm tone V color. So we're prepared two different colors for you. So, okay, and also I kind of want to show you the different colors, and show you the coverage also. So I prepared lemon for you. So this, I'll show it at the end on my face, but starting with this, I'll show you that it covers the pores and like cracks on your face and everything. So I will try to use V color for this. So just a little bit of pump goes a long way. So like this. So let's want more. Okay. And I am going to use the sponge, which is a water-soaked sponge. If you're using more of a thick consistency foundation, I strongly recommend to soak your sponge before you apply to your face. So, like so. Okay. Can you see that it covered well? Can you see that it covered the pores compared to this side? So it covers the pores well, and let's see it builds up. Let's see it builds up. So the second layer of foundation, does it build up? Okay. So the second layer, I definitely can see it build it up. So this side it's more it had a second layer, and this side it's only one layer. So if you have more pigmentation and if you have more scars, you can always build up your foundation to have the best coverage suitable for your face. So, okay, let's jump right into my face. I'm kind of nervous, but trying to my face. But so before I start, today I had this foundation. I had this A color. So my face is more pinkish, so I was choosing A color for my face. And consistency, I love it. Let's talk about my skin type before. I have a oily to mid-tone, I guess, skin type, and for this foundation, my skin type was very suitable for that. And and the lasting time was about like more than 8 hours. Like wore this foundation yesterday around like 8 o'clock and to about till 5 p.m. and foundation was flawless till then. So lasting power is just great. And yeah, so let's erase my foundation. Okay, I will erase this side of my face. Before I say, I want to say that I didn't wear any powder before, so this side is just perfect, and it's this foundation only on my face. So if you guys want to know how it lasted, I wore this like 3 hours ago, so this is the 3 hours of worth of this foundation. So if you guys want to know how the lasting power is, this is it. And I'll erase this side for you. I'm kind of embarrassed, so I have a redness going on here, obviously, and I have a dark circle to cover always. And this side, I have like a black spot right next to my my lips. I think a lot of girls suffer from the blackness around your lip area. Always have to cover that area to make your face more youthful. So, do you want me to erase more? Okay. I think to show you the before and after, I want to erase perfectly. Okay, I have a redness going on here as well. So I have a lot of discoloration since I had a lot of pimples around my cheek area with the hormonal breakout, as some of you guys are understanding what I'm going through. Okay, so I'm using Perfect Last Foundation. What color was it? A. So I'm using this color. Should I use? No, this was the A color, the pink color. Okay, just the one pump, and I'm going to kind of spread it out with my fingers and place it where I want it to be. Okay, this is enough. Like it was only one pump, and this amount is left. So I'm not going to use this amount. Little amount goes a long way, so you don't need that much product. Okay, oh, I see Ira liked it, this live show, and Hua liked it. If you guys have any questions, just comment below, and I wanna answer you guys and like communicate with you guys. Okay. As I told you before, this is a water-soaked sponge. I strongly recommend to use a water-soaked sponge, or you can just spray this mist over the sponge to kind of like blend the foundation. And this will definitely help your foundation to blend it to your face. Since I have a kind of a textured face, I wanted to, like I have to have an extra step to smooth out my foundation. Okay, can you definitely see the difference? It covered the redness about around my nostril area, and this is just so great. I kind of wanted to mention my favorite foundation actually is Estee Lauder's and Double Wear Foundation. I think this is so famous foundation, probably everyone knows. And I want to say this texture is very, very similar to that foundation, and it's just, I guess, like a much cheaper and alternative foundation that you can buy. And it has a pump, and it has the same quality, and the lasting power is pretty much same. And why don't you just buy the cheaper version, don't you? Okay, so with just a little amount, it covered everything, didn't it? And I just want to, I want to show you whether it covers the dark circle more, whether it builds up or not. So I'm going to cover it a little bit more or underneath my eyes to cover up my dark circle. I have a really bluish dark circle that I have to cover always. See, it covered up. So only during live show, this is going to be 23 actually, $23.09. So only during live show. So don't forget to grab this chance to buy this foundation. And as I told you before, VDL is so famous in Korea, and I don't think it's not well known enough compared to the quality of the product. And it should be known more, even though the eyeshadow from this brand is very famous. And also I use the eye primer from this brand as well, and I love that primer as well. So the quality of this BDL product is very trustful, and everyone in Korea, girl, knows about BDL. Like if you have anyone who is Korean, just ask them whether they know about BDL, and they'll just answer it right away. It's not just a brand that just started. It's a brand that have started for a while, and it's very famous in Korea. And so the store is in Gangnam as well, so it's just well known, I guess. So, do you see the it covered everything as it was like this? So, do you see the difference between this face and this face? For me, I don't see any difference. Since I had the blush, and now I don't have a time to do a blush now, so I don't have a blush color on. That's the only difference that is showing. So the foundation wise, it's pretty much same. Saying that, this foundation is wore 3 hours ago, and this foundation here, this side is I just wore it now, and the lasting power, it shows the lasting power. So, okay. And it definitely covered my pores, and I have a lot of pore going on around my nostril area and my cheek area, and it definitely covered my pore even though I didn't have the pore covering primer. So I think that was really good. So again, I want to show you the color difference between these two that I have been on for you today. I have A and V color for you. These two all have a pump, and this package is made out of, and I think this is very very luxurious package that you can get. And this is glass. As can you see this? Can you hear the sound of it? This is glass, and it has a pump, which is always plus point for me. And so this is A color, and this is V color, and I'll show you the color difference again. So for those of you guys just coming in right now, okay. If you guys have any question, leave a comment below. It's originally 30 somewhat dollar, but during this live show, it's going to be $23.09 during this live show. So please grab this chance. So can you see the thickness? It doesn't run down at all. So you can see the coverage from this consistency, and also the lasting power as well. So if you are in a humid area like Singapore, and if like somewhere in Korea as well, if you're in a humid area, I definitely strongly recommend this kind of foundation more compared to the more of a dewy foundation. And if you're more of a matte foundation person, this is the foundation for you. And the color difference is here, A, and this is a B color. This is more of a cool tone color for you, and this color would be more of a warm tone. And as you guys can see, this is pink color, pinkish light color, and both of it, this colors are pretty light, but this is more of a dark, and this is warm tone. So to show you the difference between this color and this color, I have this color on this side of my face. I'll try this warm color for this face. Actually, I am more of a pink person, so I am more suitable for a pinkish color, but I'll try to show you the difference between. Okay, I'll erase this face, this side. Before I erase it, I want to lastly show you the 3 hour worth of my foundation. It lasts perfectly. It lasts same as this foundation that I just wore, and this is 3 hours worth of it. And yesterday I told you guys before, and I kind of wore around like 8 hours, and it pretty much stayed same. And I like around my nostril area is the most area that erases foundation, but it didn't. So that shows the lasting power of this foundation, and it's pretty thick, but it doesn't look thick. That's the key point. It's thick enough to cover the colors and like dark circles and discoloration, but the pores and everything. But it's not like khaki on your face like as the some foundations do. And since I have a lot of discoloration, see, I have a redness going on around my nostril. I have a redness going on around here, and I have a really spotty pimple going on here as well. But this foundation will cover it anyway. I'm going to be honest with you, I have a really, really, really dark spot here, but that was covered just naturally, so I kind of needed the coverage concealer, but other than that, I didn't need any foundation. And so, if you have any question, just comment below and I'll answer the question. So I am trying out V. This was A. This is V color. So this is one pump, about one pump, and I'm going to just, this is light enough as well, but okay. And see, I didn't use it all. This is, I'm not going to use this little bit. This is the all foundation, okay. Okay, Stephanie Can asked it, does it crease around the smile line and under eyes? Dry, oily, I feel like, does it crease? Can you see did it crease around my eyes here? No, it didn't. And smile line, no. Around my cheek area, no, it didn't. So like if you're worrying about creasing, you don't need any powder, even though it's a liquid foundation, and it doesn't crease at all. That's the like huge plus point. Like I smile a lot, and like I tend to have a lot of fake expression. So like whether it creases or not is very important. So what I always do with normal foundation is that I always put, oh, oops, I put it here too much, but yeah. What I always do is I put powder, but this foundation, I don't need any powder, setting powder, and I don't even put setting spray after all. So like some of the matte, I guess, like foundations, the foundation that calls that it's going to be matte, I try to put the setting spray at the end to make it smoother. But with this foundation, with the water soak sponge, I didn't need it at all, and the stain power was just as good, even though I didn't put any setting powder or any I guess setting spray at all. So that's just huge plus for me. And somebody asked whether it's dry or oily. It's more of a matte foundation. If you're a matte kind of person, I strongly recommend. But other than that, it's never going to be dewy. If you want a dewy foundation, this foundation is not going to be dewy for you, but it lasts longer. Like if you want the foundation to last longer, it's not going to be at all. And see, oh, in the mirror I can see the difference between this color and this color, but can you see it in the camera? It's since I have a more of a pinkish suitable face, this color seems suitable for me. But to show you the difference between this color and this color, this is V color and this is A color. For those of you guys who want to know about the colors, okay. And amount of the product actually. Okay, thank you, cool. Stephanie, if you have any other question, what kind of skin type are you, Stephanie? I want to recommend how to use this foundation. So the amount of product in this foundation is 30 milliliter and 1.01 fluid ounce. So it's pretty much, it's not that much, but it's just great amount to use it on your face. And as I showed you before, it's the little goes a long way. It doesn't need that much of a product, so you don't need a huge amount of products if you are going to use this foundation. Okay, yay! So Honey likes this live. Thank you. V is mine. Oh yeah, V is for you. Okay, this is more of a warm tone and this is more of a cool tone. So if you are more towards the pinkish and like bright color foundation, then this color would be yours. But if you are more of a neutral and you're okay with like neutral tones, more of a yellow tone, this is the foundation for you. Okay, sensitive, dehydrated, acne prone. Oh, cries. Stephanie, I feel you because I am very acne prone, even though I am over 20. I don't need any acne problem now, but still I have an acne prone skin. If you're acne prone, please say yes and comment it below, please, because I can feel you guys. So if you're acne prone, you probably need a lot of coverage that you want to cover, and you have a hyperpigmentation. Probably you have a nostril area which is much of a reddish, and you need more of a, and you also have a scars and discoloration around your cheek area, also your forehead area as well. Then, and if you're also acne prone, you are more likely the foundation will not last long enough for you guys. But I think this foundation will be great for you, Stephanie, I guess, because if you're sensitive as well, I am pretty much sensitive. I have acne, and if the foundation doesn't suit for me, I always have a lot of problem area coming through, bumps come through if the foundation doesn't suit for me. But it didn't have that kind of problem with this foundation. I didn't really have that problem. And also, what I really want to strongly point out is that this foundation is a great coverage, which covered everything. And usually I use concealer to cover my face, and I always use under eye concealer as well to cover my dark circle. But as I showed you before, this is only this foundation I wore today, and I didn't wear any concealer, any under eye concealer, anything, and no powder as well. But this is the result, and this shows that it lasts long and it covers well as well. So yay. And so I really feel you, Stephanie. With the acne prone, I really feel you. So I also want to show you the different colors in the lemon and show you that it covers well as well. So with the A color, which is a pinkish color, I'm going to give you one pump here. And I am also going to show you the V color as well, to show you the different color. Okay, this is definitely more of a yellow tone. And should I just spread it with the finger first and then show you the colors as well? So, see. And I want to blend this with the water soaked sponge ever so slightly. whether it's going to cover the pores or not. I showed you already with my face, but so okay, and this side. This side, it's a weak color, and okay. Let's see whether it builds up or not. Like always, building up is very important. Like some foundation, even though it has a great coverage, it doesn't build up. Then like I can't control the coverage that I want. So when I'm looking for the foundation, I always look for whether it can build up or not. So I want to check whether it builds up. So this will be the second layer, and so this will be the second layer here. Okay, and I'm going to blend it with the sponge again. So can you see that it covered more than before, that it only had a one layer. It didn't cover all of it, but with the second layer, it covers everything. Just to be a reminder, lemon is much more yellow than your own face. So even though it's going to be one layer on your face, it covers pretty well. But with the lemon, I try to cover it with second layer, but definitely builds up, isn't it? So, okay. And can you see the difference? Already see the difference. This is a pink color, A color. If you're pink tone, more of a cool tone, A color is more suitable for you. And this color is V color, and this will be more of a neutral and warm tone. Okay, so, and this is going to be used to be $30.81, but only during live show, this is going to be $23.09 during only live show. So we're giving you always this kind of great deal for you only during live show. I strongly recommend to subscribe to our channel for more great deal and tips and tricks that I'm going to give you out every live that I'm doing. So, thank you.